Dear LEGO Army, welcome to the first transition session. My name is Dusan Stojkovic. I'm your NCVP OD. As NCVP OD, I'm in charge of the NST team experience, which is a concept that I'm going to be explaining you a bit more later through the transition. But this session is going to be about an entity plan. So, entity plan is the plan that defines what do we want to do in the next year as an entity. And as an important distinction, this is not an MC plan because it's not designed only for the MC, but is designed for the whole entity to move AIESEC in Italy forward in the year 17-18. To start with the entity plan explanation, I'm just going to give you a brief overview of what an entity plan represents and how historically it looked like. So there was a generation 15-16 MC hit of AIESEC in Italy, and they had their entity plan, they had their vision, and they managed to achieve 1,443 realizations. Then last year there was MC Atlas, they had their own entity plan, their own plan for the entity embraced and achieved 1,751 realization. This year there is an MC Lego having its own entity ambition, and then there is going to be generation 18-19 and generation 19-20 that are going to follow that up. So just to give you a concept of what an entity vision is and how the things require continuity and what is the continuity among them. This was the entity vision of the generation 15-16 MC hit. It was like shape, innovate, connect, drive Italy forward. Probably, at least for the ones that are coming from AIESEC in Italy Plenary, they remember the plan 16-17 or entity vision 16-17. That was to spark a movement that unlocks lasting growth by delivering 2,350 leadership experiences. It had three pillars: AIESEC that is mighty, AIESEC that is massive, AIESEC that is hungry, with its own projects, and then goals: 350 through OGT, 800 through OGV, and 1,200 through IGV. And the important part of the vision was also the part of doing it for Italy and embracing the entity purpose. Important thing to keep in mind is also the global roadmap 17-18, which defines what is the global direction for this year. So what is the generation 17-18 globally we are trying to embrace, and taking all of these things that happened in the past, that are happening right now, and that are supposed to happen in the future. Generation 17-18 of AIESEC in Italy decided on their own plan, on their own ambition, on their own dream. And the Italy that we envision is the Italy that is acting fast, meaning being quick to respond to the trends and things that are happening around, but not only that, also being able to act fast when it comes to decisions that we are daily making, when it comes to changes that we are implementing, when it comes to processes and operations that we are driving. But not only being fast, but also making it significant, meaning that we want to make our presence significant and we want to make significant impact for our country, because everything that we do with purpose. And this is something that is extremely important: being purpose-driven in operations, being purpose-driven in membership, having people that are driven by the purpose of making Italy a better place, making good things for the society, making good AIESEC in Italy. And this is what the vision for this year is. So act fast, make it significant, do it with purpose. This is not the whole vision. There is a part missing, which is our measurement of success, and which is being ready for 2,300 leadership experience, being ready for 2,300 realized leadership experiences. And this is how the entity plan looks like. So there is a vision: act fast, make it significant, do it with purpose, ready for 2,300 leadership experiences. And then we are making this vision a result through two paths: through a strategic path and through a culture path. So there is a driving path and a guiding path. When it comes to strategic path, I'm going to go a bit more in depth and explain you how it looks like. So it is divided in three parts. It has vitally important goals, and it has the main vitally important goals for the organization, so 3 organizational weeks, and then it has different important goals for each of these to be realized. As you can see, all of our plan is based on 4DX, for disciplines of execution. So we have vitally important goals, and we have battles, and we have lead and lag measures in order to track each of the battles. But this may look a bit confusing, so I'm going to go much more in details to explain the whole strategy, to explain the whole plan. So it starts with the organizational weeks, which are the question behind was, okay, what is the most essential thing that we need to ensure in this year, or if we want to see AIESEC in Italy moving forward. If we want to see AIESEC in Italy achieving this vision, what are the most important goals? And we had these are 3 goals. One is passing from 751 realizations to 2,300 realizations. Another one is executing 90% of our budget. And the third one is ensuring 50% conversion rate from finished experiences to complete. So these are the 3 most important organizational weeks. If we make happen these weeks, that means that we as an organization are going to be achieving our vision, which is act fast, make it significant, do it with purpose, ready for 2023. Then those weeks have their own weeks. So those huge wars have their own vitally important goals. So for the first week, which is from 1,732 to 2,300 realizations, sub-weeks are from 834 to 1,150 IGVs, from 703 to 900 OGVs, from 143 to 150 OGTs, from 48 to 100 OGE, then passing from 64 to 75% plan achievement by the LCs, 7 expansions becoming an LC, number of complete members, number of visitors coming from external channels, and increasement from 386 to 750 openings coming from externals. When it comes to those first 4 sub-weeks, which are the operational sub-weeks related to the product delivery, then they have their own battles, and I'm not going to review the battles now. I'm going to send you the presentation so you can go check it out. But then each of the sub-weeks have their own battles, which are basically defining the strategy. How are we going to get there? So we have these goals, but how are we going to achieve these goals is defined by the battles. So they are defining the strategy. Similarly, following the path, the next sub-weeks also have their own battles, and then following sub-weeks have their own battles. Moving to the second organizational week, which is 90% of budget execution, it has 3 sub-weeks, so it's increasing year revenues from 33.9k to 70k. It's having every LC to have more than 1 liquidity index, and having all conferences that are having profit that is more than break-even point. So then each of those sub-weeks have their own battles. And just to be very clear, those battles are very important to understand from you, because you're going to be working on those battles, which is something that we're going to get in the second lesson, which is what is the role of NSTs. For now, it's just important for you to understand the structure of the plan and what are the weeks and battles. I highly recommend you to open the plan after this session and to read in details what are the battles, so you can clearly try to get and understand better the MC strategy. The last very important goal, which is 50% conversion rate from finished to complete experiences, have sub-weeks which are 50% conversion rate from finished to complete in IGV, in OGV, in OGP, in OGE. And those sub-weeks have their own battles, which are response rate increasing to 80% and increasing percentage of finished experiences with 100% standards delivered. So this is the MC strategy structure. So strategy has 3 main weeks, then sub-weeks for each of those weeks, and then battles which are defining the strategy for each of the weeks. Then we go to the culture. So yes, strategy is important. Strategy makes us measurable, makes us have goal, objectives, targets, action steps. But then what's going to make us achieve our vision is not only strategy, but having the clear cultural path working in the same time towards with the strategy. And our culture is defined by 2 main elements, which are making Italy, so the strong entity purpose that we have to make a difference in Italy, and 4 disciplines execution of as the way of how we run things, as the way how we execute, as our set of behaviors and actions towards the execution. So overall entity plan, there is vision, act fast, make it significant, do it with purpose, ready for 2300. Then there is a strategy defined by 3 main weeks, then sub-weeks and battles, and then there is culture defined by making Italy for the X. And then we keep doing things for Italy, because we believe that doing things is actually, we are doing things because we want to make positive impact in Italy. So we do it for Italy. What if we make it something that keeps as the continuity line from the previous generation? That would be it. Thank you very much for the first session. The following session is going to be on the role of NSTs, and I invite you to join me there.